Guys, it's hard to think that just a little while ago, this entire field was shoulder to shoulder with teachers. They're all gone now, but they left behind with lawmakers 5 demands. First, they want more support staff like social workers, counselors, and nurses. They want more lawmakers to provide $15 minimum wage for all school personnel and a 5% raise for all school staff. They also want more Medicaid coverage, reinstating state retiree health benefits. Finally, they want to restore the advanced degree compensation, that master's pay that you hear about. Teachers from all across the triad joined, including Holly Weaver, a high school teacher from Greensboro. Governor Roy Cooper was also out here. He said he agrees with the teachers and he's also fighting for more pay. These demands today were pretty similar to what we saw last year, Erica, and you were talking with the teachers about what they've seen change.
That's right. And Ben, a lot of the teachers that we saw out here today were here last year. But Ben, one thing I do want to point out is that not everyone's happy that teachers were out here today. We talked to a triad superintendent, or we heard from, I should say, a triad superintendent who said the kids should really be in class. We'll hear more from him at 6 o'clock.
Well, happy about it or not, educators from all over the state came out here, and Candace Red found some from Guilford County to see what today's day of action meant to them. As people pack the streets of Raleigh out here today in downtown, teachers say what happened in there inside the General Assembly is actually more important.
You want to go House or want to go Senate first?
North Carolina educators like Greensboro's retired Ed Keoho and Guilford County school member Kim Irby came to the legislative building planning to stick to the mission.
To meet with legislators, not just to yell and scream or whatever, but to definitely give them some important information.
Even if that meant
1432.
Getting a little lost.
Okay, thank you.
Looking for their local lawmakers' offices.
I love this building. 1218. 12. Did I walk the wrong way? Yeah, 12.
No one could find a map, but there were plenty of snacks left outside the doors of some folks like Forsyth County Representative Derwin Montgomery.
I think them bringing that message to this location helps the rest of the members of the General Assembly understand what our teachers deal with every single day and why it's so important to support educators.
There she is.
This is what it's all about.
Hello, I'm back.
A face-to-face meeting with senators and representatives, like Guilford County's Pricey Harrison.
We know that the buildings are falling apart around our children, and Guilford County had a terrible, tornado last year that demolished 3 school buildings. Right. So thank you for that support as well. I know.
It seems like sometimes the messaging falls on deaf ears, and I believe the folks who've been in charge feel like they've done enough for teachers, but having been here before all the cuts were made, I realize how our education is suffering.
We have a real opportunity to take the lead around education, especially in the South. We have a real opportunity to be a light and guide everyone else in this part of, the country.
And that starts with finding their way to the next lawmaker's office.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
We really do need to get on making a map of where all the offices are. It's kind of hard to find people. Now, they did not get to meet all the people in power that they wanted to. Senator Phil Berger, for example, was not in his office today. His staff says that he was working on the upcoming budget and was busy with that at the time. We also tried to find several Republican lawmakers to interview from the triad, but we couldn't track any of them down today. They did have some signs outside their office, though. Take a look. It said, Republicans have increased education spending by 28% since 2011. Teachers we talked with say that's true, but it's still nowhere close to what it was before the recession. We've been covering this rally all day long from the very early hours of the morning. We're going to stick out here and continue to bring you the very latest. You can also find even more on WFMYnews2.com.